What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? I am back with another video. Shout out to the new subscribers. Shout out to everyone that's been liking, commenting, sharing, or other platforms. I really appreciate you, and I'm grateful for you. So I'm gonna jump right into this topic because I'm gonna try not to have this video be too long, but I wanted to talk about the topic of friendship today. The topic of friendship, the topic of connections. This is something that I kind of wanted to talk about because today I am a mentor with a group called Generational Girls, which is founded by my mother. And this is just a group of young ladies that get together. Some of our core values are love, friendship, communication, partnership, accountability, purpose, integrity. And our mission is to just train the younger generation to connect with what's inside of them, to be able to operate effectively in their purpose. Okay. And it's just awesome. It's really awesome. And today we talked about friendships, and the topic just kind of hit me on a whole nother level because I think friendships and connections are so important. Like, not just relationships, but your actual friendships and your connections are so important. I really feel like it can really change the whole direction of your life. I know that sounds crazy, but it's the truth. I really feel like it can change the whole direction of your life. And we just talked about some great things today. Like, I can't even begin to just, I don't even know how to say where it started, but we just talked about some wonderful things today. One of the things that I was thinking about that I put on Facebook, I'm going to read it to you guys. Some of you follow me on Facebook, so you may have seen it. Just some things that came across my mind, some things that are very important, specifically in friendships and in connections, is communication, honesty, accountability, support. Those types of things are major to me in my friendships and my connections. And I was just talking about specifically with communication, like how communication is such an important piece of your friendship. It can really end a friendship, and it can end it like in a bad way. Making sure that you are communicating and that you're being open, and making sure that you expect that from your friends, making sure you have friends that understand that that's needed to be able to have healthy connections. Also being able to be responsible and accountable, to know when you're wrong. That's a tough pill, to know when you're wrong, and to be able to hold yourself accountable for that can also really be a turning point in a friendship. And being able to know what friends to let go of and what friends to really hold on to and cherish. It's very toxic when there's a lot of drama. There's always just something going on. It can become very toxic and just very rotten to your spirit, to your relationship with that person and to that person. So those types of relationships we don't want, right? We got to cut them off. And my sister Tiana spoke about that. You have to cut off those toxic connections, those toxic friendships that really don't produce anything, or they just produce, but it's always a problem, or it's always something negative or bad or dramatic or something like that. Those types of friendships got to be cut. It's important to your purpose. It's important to your journey. It's important to their purpose and their journey. And it could be something like, I think we think of like bad things happening. Like, I don't know. We think of bad things happening, but it could just be, we not meant to be connected. Like, we not meant to be connected, and it don't gotta be hard feelings. But it could just be that. And then on the flip side of that, the friendships and the connections that are very important that we need, whether it adds to us spiritually, naturally, mentally, however the friendship adds or is kind of put in a place where it can produce something. Those friendships are just important. Being able to fight, to be able to keep those connections and friendships. I think sometimes another thing that we kind of mix up is when you go through something, when you go through a storm with that friend, specifically if the storm is about you two, or there's a storm that you two are fighting together, or you're being a support to your friend, or they're fighting your storm, their storm, or vice versa, you're fighting your storm and is being a support. I think those times are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful tests to connections that are rooted and grounded in a strong foundation. I think those are hard times, but those are wonderful times when you come out on the other side, just because it shows you that real person. I think tests are definitely character builders. They build your character, they give you character, it gives you longevity. And those times can be so pivotal in strong relationships and good connections. It's so important to not drop the ball and just give up on those connections that are needed, because things get hard. It's just so important not to do that. Now, both parties have to be willing, of course. I've been in situations where one party was willing to work through it, the other one wasn't. In those types of situations, you play a tug of war, and it's going to leave you tired, depressed, stressed out, because you're putting in all of this work and you're not getting anything back. So what energy are you working? You putting out all of this energy, right? Putting out all of this energy, all of this effort, but you're not receiving anything. It's just like if you keep withdrawing from your account, you ain't gonna have no money left if you're not depositing anything as quick or if not quicker as you're withdrawing. It's not going to be anything left. And those type of situations too, even if it's a good connection that you feel like was needed, if you're pulling teeth to have that connection, you got to cut those too, and you got to move on. So I think that friendship is so important. I think connections are so important to who you are as a person naturally, to your spiritual journey, everything. It can really, really, really shoot you in the right direction when you have the right connections. For real. I have some amazing people around me. And I'm just grateful to God that I not only have a family the family dynamic that I have, but my friends and my connections are just like my family to me. To me, it's all the same. It's just like my family. And I'm really grateful to my circle, the people around me. I hate using the word my circle. I don't know why, y'all. Why do I hate that? I don't know. But the people around me, the people that surround me, I am grateful to God for them. I'm grateful for the people that God have put in my life. Even some connections right now that I'm working through, that we're growing through right now. Because let's be honest, we all have those times where we're growing through something specifically, something that specifically is really hard and trying. I'm grateful for that too. I'm grateful for those times too. So I really appreciate and love everyone around me, whether we're super, super close, whether we hear from each other every now and again, whether you live in a whole nother state and we don't get to talk every day, but when we do talk, it's like a beat is never missed. I love it. I'm grateful for my friendships, for my connections. Make sure that you have the right people around you. Make sure that you're like-minded with those people. Make sure that everyone is willing to communicate. Make sure that everyone is willing to tell each other the truth and not get offended. Make sure that everyone is willing to support and be there and be present. And I promise you, it'll make your journey, their journey, so much easier when you have someone, right? When you have someone that's like-minded. And so Yeah, I just wanted to come on and talk about that, give my spill on that. I think it's important. I hope that everyone out there is making good connection, good friendships, making good relationships, whether it be with actual friends in an intimate way, and with your family even. Making sure that your connections are built the right way so that everyone is happy and everyone can move forward in the best way possible. And you always make purpose moves together. One is never pulling the other one in the wrong direction, but you're both moving in a great direction. Those are the type of friendships that we should be working towards. Not that people will be perfect, because I'm not there. And I don't expect that from anyone else. But there are core things that I do expect. And we all should have those things that we expect out of the people that we surround ourselves with, and making sure that we provide that expectation that we have. So just wanted to talk a little bit about that, give some pointers, and yeah, that's all I have for you tonight. I appreciate you guys for listening in. Go ahead and comment. Don't just like this video, but I want you to comment your thoughts on friendship. I want you to comment even some things that you've been through that really taught you great lessons with your friendships. Comment down below. Share with somebody. Let them know. Let me know what you think are some of the most important core values in your friendships and in your connections. You never know, you can help somebody look and see a different perspective of what they should look for within themselves, and what they should expect for the people around them, to be able to move in purpose in life and just move in the right direction. So comment, let me know. And I appreciate you guys for listening to me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.